Hey, School Bus here, bringing you an Ace Tanker video today in the T49, but more importantly, I'm bringing you two simultaneous videos of the T49, where in the top left I'm showing what it looks like if I use the hardware encoder, and in the bottom right I'm showing you what it looks like when I use the software encoding using the CPU as opposed to using the video card. And I'll pause a moment here as we watch me squeeze off a sweet, juicy derp shot into the side of the Conqueror. That was pretty sweet. Now you'll notice it's kind of jumpy in the bottom right. Well, right now I'm using the very fast encoding speed, which is pretty far toward the low quality side of the spectrum, but even though it's a fairly low quality rendering, it still isn't something that my CPU is able to handle. Now you saw it get smooth. That's when I went to the super fast setting, and it lowers the quality, but it improves the latency and doesn't put as much strain on the CPU. So I'm curious what your thoughts are as you look at this right now, particularly any of you who are looking at this blown up on a computer monitor. On your phone, you're probably going to have a hard time seeing a difference, but if you do see one, let me know. Do you see better quality on the left image or the right image? You'll also notice that I think there still is slightly better frame rates, where it stays capped at 60 for both the original, which shouldn't change, but more importantly the playback frame rate speed. I think you'll still see better performance on the left. And I'm revisiting this issue because over long recording sessions I'm noticing that even when I use the hardware encoder in the video card on my 1070 Ti, I will start to have reduced frame rates as the play session gets longer. I can't really explain it. I don't know why it would change over time, but I'll start out capped at 60 frames a second, and then it'll start to dip into the 50s, and then sometimes I'll even get lows down into the 40s later on in a gaming session, like when we're doing Tank Bro nights, those types of things. In the long run, I think I will circumvent all of this because I really want to get a more multi-thread sort of processor, something like Threadripper, something along those lines, where I'll have maybe 12, as many as 16 cores within my price range that I'll be able to work from, and it'll help a lot with my video editing, my photo editing, and still allow me to game pretty effectively. But for right now, my 4790K needs to work, and so this is my way around it of using the video card. So back to the game here. This was a pretty fun round. I love the derp on this gun, on this tank, but it isn't necessarily a reliable means of doing damage. But in this game, it did quite well. Now we get a nice juicy shot there on the Arty, but you'd never show your ass to an M12. I thought the M12 had fired, but he hadn't. So yeah, I paid for it. Good thing I had all my hit points, because now I have about half of them. And this game's pretty much over here. This isn't my first ace in this tank, but I admit my games are not usually very reliably high in damage with this tank and gun combination. Now you might say, oh, well, why don't you use the 90mm gun? I don't really have much fun playing this tank with the 90mm gun. Even if my stats were better, I don't know that they are. It's just not as much fun. It's just so much fun to have the 152mm HE shells. It's just a lot of fun. And I tried to go for the ram there to track him. I didn't manage it. And unfortunately, then I end up hitting his tracks, which tracks him, but it absorbs too much of the damage, and I don't get the full pen. And now I sit here on a reload, tracked, as I watch him die. But good thing for teammates that can cover for you. And that's going to pretty much wrap this game up. Appreciate it if you stuck it out to the end here. I am curious whether you think the top left or the bottom right is a better quality video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're enjoying the channel, please hit that subscribe button and encourage your friends too. Seeing the subs come in is a big motivator for me to keep doing content and to keep trying to grow the channel. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing your views on other videos.